Thank you to Jed North Yoga for sponsoring this video. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to your 30 days of morning yoga. I'm Jacqui, and it's day 5 with slow strength. Come find a comfortable seat on your mat, resting your hands down on your knees, rolling your shoulders back, closing your eyes. Taking a few intentional breaths to start off your practice this morning. Breathing in deeply through your nose and slowly out through your nose. Breathing in, let the air fill your lungs and expand your belly outwards. And then emptying your lungs and drawing your belly button back towards your spine. One more breath here. Then opening up your eyes, bring your hands to your heart center, interlace the fingers, breathe out, flip your palms in front and press them away from you as you curl your pelvis under and tuck your chin. Press your shoulder blades towards the back of your mat. Breathe in. Open up the chest and reach the palms up to the sky, reaching up as high as you can as you ground down through your sit bones and your knees. Breathing out, coming forward again, rounding through the spine, pressing the hands and the shoulder blades in opposite directions. Breathe in, opening back up. Open the chest, around the armpits and the shoulders, reaching up high. One more, breathing out, coming forward, pressing away. Breathing in, opening back up, and then pulling your fingers apart without moving them, feeling this energy of pulling sideways to the mat, and then release and bring them into cactus, 90 degrees on either side. Imagine someone was holding both of your elbows and pulling them gently towards the opposite sides of the mat. So you get this broadening of the chest and the back of your shoulders. On your next breath out, bring the elbows and hands to touch in front of you. Breathe in, opening back up again. Breathe out, bring them together with resistance like you were moving underwater. So make it a little bit difficult for yourself. Breathe in, opening back up. Keep reaching the elbows away, breathing out, moving underwater, pressing the arms together. Breathe in, opening back up. One more time, breathe out, pressing them together. Breathe in, opening back up. And then release the arms and shake them out. And then coming onto all fours. And stepping your left foot in between your hands. Coming into a lunge. Bring your hands to your knees. Find your position here. So pelvis tucked under slightly, engaging the lower abs up towards your ribs and flattening out your lower back. On the next breath, reach the arms up high. Keeping the same position of your pelvis and your hips. Just allow yourself to sink down a little. Breathing out, breathe in, back up. Breathing out, sink down. Breathe in up. Breathing out, coming down. Again, like you were moving through water, so with resistance. Breathe in, back up. Breathe out, down. Breathe in, up. One more time. Reach up with the fingertips. Breathe out as you sink down. Breathe in, up. And then releasing the hands down to the mat. Step back, then left knee. Walk the hands forward a little. Come forward into a sort of plank with your knees down. And then lowering yourself all the way down to the mat, nice and slow. See how slow you can go. Drawing the elbows close to the sides of the body. With control, moving all the way down. Nice job. And then pressing the tops of the feet down. Bring your hands behind, interlace the fingers. Breathing in, pull your hands towards your feet, lift the kneecaps off the mat, and then lift your chest and your head. How high can you go just by using the muscles in your back? And then breathing out, releasing, placing the hands underneath the shoulders, pressing yourself back onto all fours. And on the next breath, taking the right foot in between the hands, bring the hands up onto your knees, find your pelvic position, slight tuck under, hip bones level and square to the top of your mat. Breathe in, reach the arms up, relax the shoulders down. Breathe out, sinking down. Breathe in, lift it back up. Breathe out, sink. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, sinking down from your hips below, and from your hips above, you're reaching up. Last time, breathe out, sinking down. Breathe in, lifting up. Bring the hands down to the mat. Step the right knee back. Walk the hands a little further forward. Come forward into your plank. Roll the shoulders back, nice and strong here. Pressing the shoulder blades up to the sky, and then lowering down, nice and slow. Elbows stay close to the sides of your body. And then pressing the tops of the feet down, bring the arms behind, interlace the fingers. Breathe in, pull the hands towards your feet, lift the kneecaps off, and raise the chest and head. Lifting up as high as you can. And then releasing back down, hands come down to the mat, come into a child's pose. Rocking all the way back onto your hips, relaxing your forehead down onto the mat. Taking a breath here. And on the next breath, lifting up your head, coming back into your plank pose. So find the position of your hands, nice and strong here, lowering down to your chaturanga, so halfway, about 90 degrees with the angles, nice and flat with the body from the head down to the hip bone, and then pressing back up, child's pose. Try not to move your hands. Find a nice stretch here in your child's pose. You should feel it in your upper back and around your armpits and shoulders. Breathe in, coming forward again, lower down halfway. Breathe in, pushing back. Continue, moving a little bit faster, but still with intention and control. Following your breath. Let's do 2 more here. Coming forward, lower down halfway, and back. One last time. Lower down halfway, nice and strong, and then back and staying here in your child's pose. Stretching out through the arms, armpits, and then coming back up. Tuck your toes under, lift the hips up into downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Notice if you're pushing the floor away with your hands, so still engaging in this pose. And then walking your feet up to your hands. Feet come to hip width distance apart. Hands can come to your shins, or they can stay on the mat if you can reach. Little bend of the knees, and then breathe in, roll the shoulders back, come up into a half lift. Tilt your sit bones towards the back of your mat. Find this nice flattening of the lower back and a lifting of the core. Breathe out, fold forward. Relax the upper body down. Shift your weight over the arches of your feet. One more time, breathing in, lifting up halfway. Hands come to your shins or stay on the mat. And breathing out, lower down. Folding forward. And then sitting all the way down onto the mat and coming into your boat pose. Holding onto the knees first of all, bending them in front of you, roll the shoulders back, find a nice straight spine. Keep this straight spine and then come up. Lifting the toes off, reaching the fingertips forward. If you feel like it's too much for this morning, just lower the toes down so they're just touching the mat. Holding here. If you want to take it even further, you can try and straighten the legs up, but try to keep the nice straight spine. Pointing the toes, engaging the muscles in the legs, lifting in through the core, rolling the shoulders back. Try not to hold your breath. Holding here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, And 1. Release the legs down and come all the way down to lying. Bending the knees, feet hip-width distance apart. See if you can reach your fingertips towards the heels of your feet. And as you breathe in, lift the hips up and reach the arms overhead and up behind to the mat. Lifting the hips up as high as you can without dropping the knees to the side. So gentle squeeze of the inner thighs. As you breathe out, hips and arms come down. Continue. Breathe in, lifting up. Try to sync the action with your arms. Hips reach the top as your arms reach the mat. Same on the way up and the way down. And also synchronizing with your breath. Take the full inhale with the action and the full exhale to come all the way down. 2 more. Breathe in, reaching up. And breathe out, coming back down. 1 last time. Breathe in, reach up as high as you can. Squeeze the inner thighs and breathe out, lowering down. Bring your knees into your chest, big hug. And then rock your way up into a seat. Grounding down through your sit bones, lifting up through your spine. Bring your hands to your heart center and just take a final breath here, breathing in through your nose and slowly out through your nose. Breathing in and out. And reminding yourself and repeating silently to yourself, I have more strength than I can imagine. I have more strength than I can imagine. Slowly blink open your eyes. Thank yourself for showing up on your mat today. Now go out there and seize the day. I will see you back here tomorrow. Namaste.